there's been some massacres that happened in the past. There's going to be some things that's going to have to happen first in order for us to create this safe zone for black families. It just is what it is, and it's unfortunate that rich black people are not confident in the lower in our bottom 20% and slightly above. But until the rich people get on code and get in on this fight and create these like defense systems, give people some money to defend our environments, buy some infrastructures to help protect us from future bombings and stuff like that. It's gonna be a whole lot of infrastructure that needs to be set in place before rich black people like Tariq Nasheed is gonna feel safe in all black neighborhoods. Despite that, I still think he still could have moved into like one of these quote unquote higher end or higher earning black neighborhoods. And then he goes as far as to say it just so happens that a lot of black people are just stupid. So and then he.
I want to rehear that part.
I just
feel like
my word for it.
I feel like he said most.
This is what you're gonna do. You are gonna watch this shit on the replay, and then you gonna leave a comment, okay? You're gonna comment and you gonna share it, my nigga.
I just feel like he said most.
I ain't gonna lie to you, G. A lot of most is them in the same thing.
I don't care.
I agree with him.
Y'all niggas kill you, man. All right, we gonna move to the next part of the damn video, bro.
Larry's a bitch.
Welcome everybody back to the Chicago Black Delegation podcast. I'm your host HT, aka Higher Thinking, and today we're gonna be looking at another video featuring Tariq Nasheed, but also one of featuring Myron Gains of the Fresh and Fit. I believe what's the other guy name? The dark skinned dude, Barbados.
Oh, he didn't really say too much in this.
But he was here. Fresh, right?
Fresh, yeah.
Fresh Prince CEO. He was here as well. Sneeko was here, and some Crodies. And they have quite a conversation circling numerous different topics, mostly surrounded around race, ethnicity, and a whole lot of Zionism, I guess you want to call it that. But we're not going to be focused too much on like the those side-by conversations. Tariq Nasheed came to a panel featuring these guys for a very clear reason, and you will see that once I his play. And I want to see what everybody kind of think of it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take it around the board. What do you guys think? What do you think about Myron Gains of Fresh and Fit, or Sneeko, or Tariq Nasheed? Starting with you, Kanji.
I don't know much about Sneeko. I don't know too much about him. I've seen him around, seen some of his talking points, and it's like, whatever. For Myron, when it comes to his views on relationships, stuff like this, I agree with a lot of stuff. I don't think he's qualified to debate anyone like a Tariq, Umar, and stuff like this, because he has a very ignorant view on things. Though there are some stuff I agree with him with, I don't think he should have stayed out of this.
Okay.
Briefly, Tariq Nasheed's a fucking idiot.
Briefly, real. He going in again.
He just don't stop doing it.
Just pick one, and
just pick one. Personally, Myron, the whole Fresh and Fit thing, I don't really like the whole incel thing that they do. I don't like the kind of like little racial comments that they have.
Yeah, I don't want to slap buddy.
I think that I think it's gonna be a good debate. I don't see them winning though against Tariq Nasheed, but I think it's gonna be a good debate. I think Myron is kind of intelligent, but I think sometimes I think people use their intelligence for dumb shit, and that's just.
How my boy Neil deGrasse said it when he was talking about Terrence Howard about the little chart. Terrence Howard's a fucking idiot. It don't even matter.
Damn, y'all get Terrence a break, man. Shit. I like what Terrence be talking about.
No, but I'm saying though.
He trying to recreate science. Terrence Howard taking us strays, man.
I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. What was the charge? You know how he had the charge. He said, you know
Yeah,
how
when you first learn something,
So,
you
yeah.
really think you got it down,
Yeah,
and then
you
it
think
goes
you're all the way
down.
up here, then you're not really right there. That's what Myron is, right? He's like, right. He's just Terrence. He's just like Terrence Howard in this situation. And
when it comes to black, if you talking about black issues, stuff like this,
that's what I'm saying. He
he's
don't know what the
Terrence
fuck
Howard.
you be talking about.
Now, when
like,
you talking about
this
relationship stuff, the disparity between men and women,
and that's why I be saying
He had some points on that.
Yes,
yeah.
he think because he's super smart in that
That
aspect, right?
aspect,
He
right.
think he's great over here.
Now, I will ask you this, Real. As now, but clearly we don't agree with anything FBA. Even though Tariq Nasheed probably be more superior person in this group, given the context of the conversation, how do you win a debate?
Kanji, if this is a setup question, I'm gonna hit your clown button. Okay, I'm letting you know right now. If this is a setup question, I'm gonna hit the clown button.
Just answer the question. That's the question. You gonna break that clown button? I was using it on me.
Yeah, I'm just saying it might because you might be the last person to hit the button on. Okay, but respond, and then he's not gonna respond, and I'm gonna start the video.
Start the video. We might as well start the video.
Okay, no, because you said
That was a setup question.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
All right, let's restart the
You
video.
gotta explain.
I'm going to talk about you anti-black racists who are always spewing anti-black racism. Yes, I will check you on that.
No. I spew anti-stupidity. That's
No.
what I spew.
You are
Anti-stupidity.
an anti-black
It
racist.
just so happens that a lot of black people are stupid.
Well,
That's
sir,
what I spew.
See, that's what I'm saying. I would
stupid,
spit on that nigga.
Hold on,
You hear that?
just relax, y'all. Hold on, just relax. Jesus, it's like 1 minute.
You're the
I
one who
love
left
catching that
King.
nigga out the street.
Fuck.
from your damn homeland.
No.
So we're
I
not
said
that
a lot of
stupid.
them are stupid. It could be
All
white,
right, well,
black,
you
Hispanic.
come
It doesn't
from
matter.
Stupidity. We're
All
stupid enough
people
to
are
not have to
stupid.
flee.
All
We're
people are stupid. See how
we're
you're going
stupid
to an ad
enough.
hominem?
You can't say that
See how
we're
you're going
stupid.
to an ad hominem that has nothing to
that's
do
not
with
an ad
the
hominem.
debate?
Sir,
That has nothing to do with the debate.
Yes, it does. Because
No,
you
it does
can't-
not.
You're not qualified
No,
to
it does
say
not.
anybody's stupid, and you fled from a failed homeland.
Okay, so
You're not
So
qualified.
if someone's an immigrant, they're not qualified to comment on
No,
social
you're
issues.
not. If you come from a homeland where everybody's over there starving, you can't say none of us are stupid. You're not
Okay.
at liberty to do that.
You-
Okay.
So hold on. So let me just get this straight.
Let's get it straight.
Are you
Uh-huh.
telling me that
Yeah.
if you're an immigrant, you cannot comment
from
on
the
other
Sudan,
situations?
yeah. If you're from somebody, you're from the Sudan, you can't say shit about a foundational Black American.
I'm sorry though, bro. I mean, he right though. Fuck that nigga, right?
Man, come on, Kaji.
I'm talking about the
But he is from the
shit.
Sudan though.
No.
What do he know about us over here?
What do we know
Besides
about
some
them? We
shit-
coming about this
briefly.
stuff all the time.
Besides some shit that he
You
done
not
heard.
coming about this stuff all the time.
No, I don't.
We don't give a fuck about these
I don't
people.
comment about shit on African soil. I swear to God, I don't.
So the very
What niggas
Okay,
you
hold on,
talking about? Africa?
We don't hear nothing about For anything, we go over there, eat the
Let-
food, and have a good time, and come back home.
Let's
That's
conjoin
exactly
this
right.
a little bit. Let's conjoin this a little bit. Tariq Nasheed was dancing around certain questions.
We're talking about this specific.
You
said-
want,
hold on,
I know what you want to say. He dancing around, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you it was smart. But go ahead.
Please tell me why your Jesus is smart.
Why? Who?
Your Jesus.
I ain't got no damn G.
We're talking about this very, very, very specific interaction that happened in 1 minute. Okay, y'all should not say all this bullshit about 1 minute that happened in this video.
Because I know where he going with this. I want to hear it.
19. That's all. That's all I gotta say, man. All right, that's it. All right.
I mean,
cool.
fuck that nigga.
No, I'm just saying. This
You should name this
Listen to
episode
them-
is Fuck Myron.
listen to the racist ass comments.
No,
Most black people are stupid. He ain't said shit about that.
what?
About
Well,
what
what he
Myron
said.
said about most black people are stupid.
No, what Myron? Okay,
definitely
y'all
said
don't
that
make me
shit.
defend Myron of all.
No, fuck
listen,
no.
Myron
You suck my
said it
balls.
just so happens that a lot of black people are stupid. He didn't say.
Bro,
most,
he
all
said
right?
most, folks. You can run that shit back.
He said a lot, man.
He didn't
He
say a
said a
lot. He
lot.
said most.
He said a
niggas.
lot, bro. He said a lot, man.
Man,
You ain't
a lot most of them the same.
Hold on. I've heard this whole debate. This what a lot of my
have.
problems I was having with Rashid. That's why I'm saying when he came into the thing, he came in
We
swinging.
talking about
No, the
this
hell he
specific-
didn't.
No, because I'm making a point that I heard this whole thing.
You don't need to say that. We only talk about one specific, this one small window of the conversation.
What Myron said, right?
bro, about the exchange that's happened. The exchange that happened was he came in and said, "Hey, I got a problem with you spitting all this anti-black BS." And then Myron said, "I don't speak anti-black BS. I'm talking about anti-stupid BS." And then he goes as far as to say it just so happens that a lot of black people are just stupid. So and then he
I want to rehear that part.
my God!
I just feel like
my word for it.
I feel like he said most.
This is what you gonna do. You are gonna watch this shit on the replay, and then you gonna leave a comment, okay? You gonna leave a comment and you gonna share it, my
I
nigga.
just feel like he said most.
I ain't gonna lie to you, G. A lot and most is damn near the same thing.
I don't care.
I agree with him.
Y'all niggas kill you, man. All right, we gonna move to the next part of the damn video, bro.
Larry's a bitch. You be talking about this tough shit all the time on the internet, man.
I don't like Myron.
Thank you to the white supremacists in America. You're eating, Tariq.
How so, sir?
And then he got that
because
cracker
the white people.
Contain it, please, Keem. Contain it, bro. I know it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough.
Started this country. The white supremacists started this country. Go back. Exactly.
Let me take this because
No,
this
they
is
didn't. They failed when they tried to do it on their own. They just started the damn thing. It was foundation of Black Americans. Go ahead, sir.
Tariq. Let me ask.
Okay, so I would say that I don't appreciate how Myron tried to talk over Tariq Nasheed when dude says something so egregious. Yeah, thank you. And it. How do I put that? I'm just saying I got so worked up about the last conversation. Yeah, I don't appreciate how Myron tried to like cut in as Tariq was responding to that egregious statement by that individual. And I let me just put this out here as well. The people on this panel all claim to not be white people. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a bunch of people that are adjacent to whiteness or they're foreigners altogether. And then this is just a stance that this is the position they're taking.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That last dude that was talking, that was definitely a white man.
That person was Jewish. But
that's a white man. What the fuck are we talking about?
He's
Jews not as a fucking race.
Jewish people aren't white people. That was something that got determined a long time ago.
They ain't fucking Jewish. Jews ain't
Germans
fucking race.
This how we're gonna. I'm sorry, guys.
Stop that shit, man.
I'm sorry, guys. So according to the United States Census, Jewish people are gonna fall under white.
Fucking
Okay?
Europeans.
So, but also. Jewish people will not identify themselves as white. Just to put it out there.
Same way fucking trans people don't want to identify who the fuck
God
they are.
We are not trying to get canceled on like year one, okay? We're not trying to get canceled on year one.
Black Delegation. We'll be canceled.
I'm just saying, what the fuck we talking about? That shit don't mean nothing.
Moving on. Listen.
That dude was a white man talking.
All right, so
he's Jewish. Fucking white man.
So again, we all don't appreciate that Myron cut in on Tariq as he was responding to such an egregious statement, but we'll put that to the side right now. What would y'all response to be to when somebody says white people created this country?
I mean, I laugh.
That's solely on the perspective of how he sees it. If he's talking about because they dragged us over here. And
we did all
the work, and he's seeing it like that. Okay, then I can see that stupid point, but I don't know about that one.
Okay. Anybody else? You didn't answer yet, real.
Well, you know how I feel already.
Nobody knows how you feel. These audience, these thousands of people that are watching right now don't know how you feel, real.
They can tell by his fucking face, it's fuck him.
White people ain't created shit, but horror. That's the only thing white people created.
All right.
Go ahead.
Kanji, why, man? What the fuck did I do to you? What is your problem?
Nothing. Moving on, bro. This is like the most chaotic episode I've ever experienced.
I can't say shit about the pale people. God damn.
I never defend them.
All right.
It's the pat on the back that gets me. It's not what you say about other people.
All right.
I ain't supposed to pat myself on the back when I'm happy?
Moving on.
God damn.
Into slavery and taken to another country, do you consider that a successful culture? Because you're saying Sudan is not successful.
Right.
So would you consider where your ancestors were originally taken from as successful?
Half of our ancestors were already here. Let's get that straight. We're foundational Black Americans, sir. There were Black people here. There were Black people brought over here. So we had an ethnogenesis, and we never fled from the country we built,
Won't
sir.
answer the
So
question,
we're
of
much
course.
different.
There's a mix.
Any comments about
I mean, yeah, he's right. It's a mix, but the problem is.
What you want to say, Kanji?
Go ahead, Real.
Go
ahead.
King was talking, guys.
My bad, King.
My bad. They got to get it off. They got to get it off.
Bro, how you gonna just cut that dude off?
I'm sorry,
and
King.
then just start a fight with him?
I didn't mean to do that.
In his argument,
I'm
Vegeta
sorry.
Goku, he just trilled.
I'm sorry, I took a shot. I'm sorry. Because I had to see. Because that's pretty much what I was saying earlier. And I just wanted to see what he was going to say.
Isn't that amazing?
Go ahead, King, man.
I mean, man, I'm rolling with my boy Tariq Nasheed on that one. But the problem is, I don't know how you depictate who are the foundational Black Americans, because I don't know that mixture is been watered down like multiple generations. It's kind of hard to find that lineage there. That's the only problem I have with that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
That's what the
man,
most of these
came
black
in.
groups, you can just fucking claim it. Now you're with. Like, it's not. No one's sitting there taking your blood DNA and tracing it and be like, oh, you're this now. They're just jumping in and out like it's fucking gangs.
That might be a problem. But he was referring to the 1860 census, and that's how you will be able to determine the lineage.
Even the census is not 100% correct. You are aware of that, right?
I mean, it can help narrow it down.
I don't
the
know.
The best they can do for you, but
yeah, I don't know that part. I don't know.
I mean, because like my uncle Jojo did the little shit with the bowling name and shit like that. He even found out a little white family crest and all that bullshit.
I did too. I got all my pictures and stuff of my family crossing over in boats towards.
Yeah, but I understand that. That's just one side. That's just my granddaddy's side. You know, then
right.
I gotta go to the mother side.
They were all white folks that came over here, and then my black family came over here this way. And
I had a lot going on. I got some Vietnamese niggas and some Indian niggas in there. It's a lot going on that blood side. It's a lot going on with both sides. It's and then I got the Smith side too. Then I
wait, Vietnamese.
Yeah,
thought you were mixing Japanese.
No, he was a Vietnamese nigga. I mean, they look Japanese.
So what do you mix with?
Yeah, a lot of those things.
Sounded wearing goldfish tender. Huh?
What, bitch?
Isn't that amazing?
All right, moving on.
No, because my grandma, she was taking Navajo. Great grandma, she was taking Navajo. She was like that.
So you finna get a casino?
I mean, they said I was supposed to have some money. And then Nikki's father's supposed to be not father, but Nikki's grandfather. He's supposed to have he had the actual documents proving his Native American lineage, but he fucking lost that document type shit. That's the type of shit you don't have to pay no taxes. He actually had the proper paperwork to not pay taxes and shit like that. So that means my blood with Nikki's blood, it will have a higher Native American count when it comes to Zach. You have to have a certain percentage to qualify.
Right. So even then, that's when I said the whole FBA thing. It's like like I said, he'd be like, "Oh, we're foundational Black Americans." Nigga, you don't fucking know. Like my grandma, for instance, on my mom's side, she did a blood test a while ago. Rest in peace. No black in her. Straight Indian.
Yeah, but that's the point though. They look so dark and some of those were technically Native American. Like I said, that whole mixing, it's a lot of mixing going on, so it's kind of hard to say what you technically are. And like it's just like breeding a dog. You do this so many times, that DNA becomes something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Even though it would say it has this type of dog, but it formed something new that made the miniature stockiness, the type of jaws, it changes. You see what I'm saying? So when you does something for 400 to 500 years, you get something new. So that's all I was saying. Like, I don't know how he delegates that, because it was a lot of mixing with the African slaves with the Native American people that were already here.
The thing is, he doesn't delegate anything. He's a fucking idiot. You could just jump up one morning and be like, I'm FBA, and now you FBA.
I think it's in reference to slavery. That's why we're going back to the 1860 census. We're talking about reparations for slavery. We ain't talking about how far a lineage go back. And y'all thinking of it in terms of, okay, because we said that it was black people already here. I don't think he's meaning it from that. I think we're talking about the
slavery
unjust that was done to us, for slavery. So that's why we counted it from the 1860s. census. We count it really just from slavery.
All right.
Not anything else.
All right. Let's just keep it on that because you're gonna just bring it up anyway. So you know this conversation is gonna go. All right.
Because they have a military stronghold over us, sir, and you too.
Okay, tell me in 2024 how the white supremacists are holding you back militarily.
They control all areas of activity and they dominate all areas. And when we start building on our own, they use their military to destroy it all across the board. Whenever we build prosperous neighborhoods, they use their military to destroy it. And they've done this all across the board. They control the educational system. When we try to get our own educational system, they use their militarized system to destroy it. They destroy it all across the board. And these are facts, sir. We're under a global system of white supremacy.
Okay.
Tulsa, Oklahoma was 100 years ago, bro.
Now,
so let me ask you this then.
They build freeways and train tracks in black neighborhoods that's prosperous even today. I live in Los Angeles. Crenshaw Boulevard, they're destroying the black businesses by building a train system down Crenshaw Boulevard. They do this stuff now. We
And
get
who controls Los Angeles? Who are the elected politicians in Los Angeles?
So you're telling me...
All right. So, I mean, I just want to kind of just play that part. I mean, everything you said is just, I mean, completely factual.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It seems like it's a group full of racist motherfuckers and just one real nigga in there.
I don't think it's so much as most of the racist people. Well, it might be some racist people now. I don't know. I think it's just a disagreement of the man is holding you down concept that's been going on forever. When you simultaneously have black people in positions, even ourselves are in, or even people as millionaires, because if it was that much control as they claim it is, we would be doing nothing. We'd still be enslaved.
I mean, have you ever? But the problem is, you have to talk to those type of people in those successful positions, and they tell you what they went through is some fucked up shit. Right. Yeah, you get there, they get there, but it's a real fight. It's not the easy walk to the top as your counterpart.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a denial that there's because even Myra said there's no denial that the racism is not. It's not here. It's clearly there, and there's some systemic systems that's in place. But it's just like that's what he said in 2024. What's really holding you back to get to that point?
I mean, big dog.
Being prosperous.
In the 1800s with W.D. Du Bois, we had more black people in politics during that time.
Myra made that point.
But you don't understand that. Black people always fight and we get to these spots, but it's just the problem is how hard we have to fucking fight and prove to our counterparts that we deserve this spot. That's the problem.
No, you're not wrong, but that's not the argument that
I mean,
that's the argument he's making. He's making the fact that they make the fact that
it's certain things.
Black man can't get ahead.
I mean, no, you can, some can. No, that's the point. They allow some. This has always been a notion. They allow some to make the many follow, but they will never allow the many that follow you to get where you at. That's the whole point. We allow some to succeed, so they will follow you and make the rest fail.
So with the many revenues a way to make money, how are they stopping you?
What you mean? I mean, but that's the point. I'm following you. I like how you did what you did, so I'm looking up to you. So I'm trying to take the same path you took, but I do everything you do. They smack me down. The powers that be, they won't allow. It's a quota. When you go,
the powers that be is not systemic racism. That's two different things.
You call it systemic racism, whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? When you deal in corporate America, right, they have a quota to allow so many black people that work for you. They never go past the fucking quota. It's not that we're not capable of these jobs. They say we only have to have a certain amount of niggas not to look racist. We won't go past that number. And then we only have to promote so many niggas, and then the rest we're going to leave right here. This is what they are talking about.
But you're talking about in the business or corporate level, but there are many.
Outside of, I mean, bro, everybody can't wake up and be contract workers. Then the field will be oversaturated. That means we have too many contract workers, not enough jobs for these contractors. So then now we're going to pick and choose who gets these contracts. Yeah, okay.
I wasn't talking about contracts. I'm talking. There's still many.
I mean, what other ways you're talking about outside of contract work and working for somebody that are starting your own business? Are you trying to talk about being a fucking YouTuber? Like, what the fuck? It's only that's how Americans run, through contract work and businesses. So if you're not starting your own businesses or being a contractor or working for somebody, how are you supposed to get some money?
So how is it that they shut you down?
In what way? Like in the corporate world?
I can give you an example. All right. So I took the last firefighter test, right? I took the practice test. I got one answer wrong. I took the real test, and somehow I failed it according to them. Now, I haven't been the only black person that has complained about that. And we have saw on 2 occasions, probably 3, if I do my research, I'm pretty sure I can find 3. But there are 2 cases of where the city of Chicago fire department has gotten lawsuits against them for not letting certain black people in. It's just the reality of it. We go out for certain jobs, go out for certain careers, and when we get denied, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, well, you just didn't meet the qualifications, or you just didn't meet this, but you got somebody who's white or an immigrant
doesn't meet it
who
at
are
all.
way less qualified, but they get the job. Just like we can go into, like, let's use acting for an example. How many black men do you know literally get typecast? Because most of the, like, besides the new movie Bad Boys, but most of the white men that you see on TV are in alpha male positions and the heroes of every goddamn thing. And then the black man is always just typecast, never allowed to get past that glass ceiling. Only a few, like Denzel Washington and Kevin Hart and a few others. So what he's saying is, and that's what I was going to allude to, is the fact that they'll let some get there, but they're not going to let majority get there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what the fear is to allow us to be ourselves and allow us to have our greatness, but that is the truth. And I
Racial
agree.
superiority, and then power corrupts. That's the fear. That's that as simple as that. Black people, let's say we wake up tomorrow and black people had what is it, like 85% of the nation's wealth that white people have?
Oh yeah, you're right. 85%.
Yeah, 85%.
Last
So
time I
let's
saw
say
it.
you wake up tomorrow and black people have 85% of the nation's wealth on every position that white people are in right now, and they can dictate who comes up, who don't. You actually believe, and I know FBA believe we some type of kumbaya, we help all, we better than everybody, but we not all the little nonsense they spit. But you actually think that they're gonna sit there and be like, oh, we're gonna help everybody up, or they're gonna dominate and take control, and then treat other people as such.
I mean, we would.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hold on, Krillin.
Fuck you, bitch.
I believe that we will help more people than who's in power now. I don't think that we will allow ourselves to let people get over us again, because we done seen what has happened in the past. When we allow people to get too comfortable, they eventually take us over. That's with any race of people. So you're right. Racial superiority is understanding that if I let them get too comfortable, they're eventually going to take us over. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can sit around and act like it's some type of craziness to say, but we know that black people are very intelligent, and we do create a lot of shit. And when we do get our foot in, we eventually take shit over. That's just what it has been. We have seen it so many times. So yes, I believe that we would help others. I don't think we'll be as brutal as who's in charge now, but no, I don't think we'll be so docile as we once were to allow them to take us over, and we shouldn't be. If we gonna get in power, we need to stay in power, and if we gotta keep certain groups down to keep them from overpowering us, I don't see a problem with that.
So then
It's just the way it's being done now. It's being done more harshly.
So the method of and then to once again, that's a disparity in its own right, because you're saying it's okay for one, not for the other, and then you don't like the method in which they're doing and how it's done. But I can almost guarantee that if any race was in the position that white people are in, they would do it the same way, if not worse, especially based off cultural things.
Well,
that's his opinion, and we're gonna leave it. That's his opinion, and then he heard you out. So let's.
But the problem is, though, why do you defend them though? Why is it okay?
That's
what they're trying to act like this, so it doesn't exist.
No, these
don't answer the question. Don't answer that. Just let's move on.
Right.
That's his thought.
Well, why Chinese and other races of people don't complain then?
That's also another
because
rhetorical
they're
question.
not.
Don't answer that either.
It's kind of rhetorical though, because they're not being treated as unfair as blacks. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
All right, moving on.
I get what you're saying though.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. We gotta move on.
How y'all getting what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to move this motherfucker along. Anyway, let's go.
We said I should just start cussing, so you have a hard time editing.
You know, nice.
You're claiming that the white supremacists control the military, which is holding back the blacks in America. Okay, do you believe that's still the case in 2020?
Right now, this very minute.
Really?
Holding back, and when I mean holding back, they keep an oppressive system that will dominate and control what we do. Even though there's still black people who are successful. Hell, I'm a millionaire. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm still under a system of
You
white
ain't no billionaire, you lying ass motherfucker.
He said he's a millionaire.
You smack the shit out that bitch. like for real.
All right. All right.
I don't even like the company this nigga keep.
I didn't say billionaire. I said a millionaire. And that's verified. Y'all can verify.
my bad.
That's easily verified.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean
So
anything.
if you were able to do it and you're black, why can't
Because
others?
we're phenomenal as black people. Foundational black Americans are absolutely phenomenal. That's why we can do it.
Okay, so why can't others do it then? If they're being held down like you claim, why can't they do it? You did it. You did it, right?
Everybody can't do it in a system of white supremacy. Everybody's not going to be able to do it. I was able to do it because I understood the system, and I kind of worked around it. But I called the system out. But I would have been much richer without the system of white supremacy. We live in a global system of white supremacy.
All right. So he was asked. Tariq Nasheed was asked if this white supremacy thing is such a problem, how come Tariq Nasheed is a millionaire, right? So what do y'all think about
His answer was
and
stupid.
response?
His answer was fucking stupid. Well, I'm a phenomenal black person, you know. Bow ties got my lips moving funny.
I mean,
That's a
he
stupid
was
answer.
sarcasm, man. He wasn't even being serious, man.
Right, that wasn't a serious
That wasn't
comment.
even being serious, bro.
He actually
didn't use that
Wait. Him saying that him being a phenomenal black person wasn't a serious.
I didn't think that was serious.
That was a serious.
I mean,
but it
no.
also
That didn't sound serious.
It was
to me.
satire in a way.
It felt like he was just talking shit to a bunch of hippie
It
ass
was
rappers.
still rooted in truth, though. It was still rooted in honesty and
That's
truth.
why I say that's why I say it was satire because he.
Hold on, real quick.
Explain why he
Honest
said
by
that.
his own worldview. That's what I mean by that. Go ahead.
He explained why he feels like he's rich. He explained that he feels like he understood racism and how to navigate through racism, and that's why he feels that he's rich.
He didn't say that.
He didn't. Okay.
He
literally
said
said,
he
I'm a phenomenal black.
No, he did. He did say. He said, "I learned how to navigate through racism. All black people can't learn how to navigate the system."
And
he literally said that.
He did say that. He said that on multiple occasions, not just in this particular conversation, but he has said that before that he figured out how to navigate through racism. This is why he came out with some of these books, because he wanted to teach people that don't ignore racism, but figure out how to navigate through racism.
But how can you navigate through? See, that's a disparity. How do you navigate through something that they can control if you can or can't?
You can, because if they like you. It's like, okay, like I can use
the only way they're gonna like you. Hold on, the only way they're gonna like you.
You assimilate to them.
Code switching.
This
is why
it's code switching. What's wrong with that?
This is why I like Umar Johnson better.
I'm
than
just
fucking
asking.
idiot.
I'm just
Tell
saying.
me this is a fucking idiot. That don't fucking make sense.
Yes, it does. For you,
you think that you can't promote
Dr. Umar? What the hell? Dr. Umar's intelligent.
No, I'm just saying, Ron. I'm trying to ask you a question. You're saying how would they do it, and I'm telling you, I've seen people do it. They assimilate to white culture.
What does it matter if they can control?
They
if
learn
you
how
can't.
to play along.
So you get to a certain level where you can do and make certain decisions to help out other people that look like you. That's the game. So I get to a place in power where now I can make the decisions and I can bring up some other black people along the way.
So his claims that most black people don't understand how to do that. Black people do this every day.
No, not most.
Yes,
not all black people.
Some, not most.
Yeah, not all black people. Do you know it's still some black people that I have talked to personally that really believe that racism is gone and it do not exist.
No, not that part. That's fucking psychotic. But I'm talking about the very thing of trying to assimilate to, I better lack of words, to the oppressors, to try to move up and try to understand this. A bunch of do it every day.
But no.
So for his point of, most black people can do that. All black people do this every day.
No, they don't. They don't.
They do not.
No, they
You
don't.
got the brown noses at work that fucking laugh at the boss's jokes all day.
Hey, we talking about them.
But ain't that not the same thing?
No, that's ass
Ain't that not the same? What the fuck? That's the same thing.
Ass kissing and assimilation are two different things.
Exactly, Kanye.
That's not what assimilation means.
If you're trying to use what the system is,
ass kissing and assimilation are two different things, bro.
How do you assimilate to white culture?
Not fucking ass kissing.
It's
learning how to fit in, to blend in.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Assimilation.
So the very thing you shouldn't be doing.
No. He's
telling you how to navigate while still keeping your dignity.
Who you are. Yes, you still have to keep
keeping your dignity as a black person, but learning how to navigate through that shit while still being a black man. Nobody say being an ass kisser or a goddamn coon.
You are aware that he makes fun of most of these people in here for the very same thing you're saying that you need to do.
No, because the reason why
No.
Some black people get that in that position and they lose who they are.
Exactly. He's talking about cooning. He's talking about trying to get
into
a position.
All black people don't do that.
While he's talking about trying to get into a position while denigrating black people or denigrating your own self or black people that look like you, which is something that Myron Gains do and a lot of other black people do. He's telling you how to keep yourself, your dignity as a black person, and move and still navigate through racism and still get where you want to get to. A more strategic and intelligent way. Not goddamn it bending over.
They still determine if you're doing that.
Yes, but you have to know how to manipulate them
because it's not
to gain the resources.
Because you can imagine it's not a secret that they're doing this, right?
I don't have to be a millionaire to live comfortably. I think you getting that mixed up too. I don't have to be on Tariq Nasheed level. As long as I'm living and not surviving, is where I want to be. I don't give a damn if it's $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, whatever. I don't have to be a millionaire. I just have to navigate in this life enough so that I'm comfortable and not scratching and surviving, living paycheck to paycheck every day. And I think that's the confusion.
I can use my grandfather for example, right? When he told me about how he worked in the construction field and electrician, he said you have to assimilate to the white people at the job. You have to become something different when you're working with them so they like you. So this is how we'll navigate this field where he was always mostly the only black guy on a fucking job, is because he had to make and manipulate these people to like him and assimilate to their culture and make them feel comfortable about being around this particular black man.
So what it is to
no questions. Just give me your what's your overall response to what they said are about this aspect of assimilation, and then we're gonna move on.
I don't think assimilation is fucking necessary, and like I said, he makes very critical of doing that. I hear what you're saying, that you have to move a certain way in this systemic racism that's put on our people, but at the same time, you can't claim people have power, and at the same time, they don't. You know
we didn't say they didn't have
hold
power.
on, yes you did. You said they make the determination of who can and who can't, right?
But till you get in that position of power where you take it from them, when they allow you to get ahead of them, then that's when you control the field a little bit.
Okay, that's fine, but there's not a secret that this is happening, right?
It's not a secret, but they're still stupid. You can still manipulate them. Just like
so
any
the whole
person.
culture of people is stupid.
It is not the whole culture. I'm just saying whatever job that you're trying to get to, or anything of that nature.
I think what you're not understanding is what he is. I think what you're not understanding, what he is saying is the only reason we're not able to get ahead is because the white supremacists are backed by military power.
Okay.
Meaning we don't have the.
Do you agree with what he said? Just
we
yes
don't
or no?
have the forces to fight against.
So Sherelle, what's your last statement? What's your last statement regarding this conversation, so we can move on?
We don't have the military power to fight against them.
King, what's your last statement about this, so we can move on?
Fuck Kanji.
Kanji, what's your last statement? What's your last statement, man?
Go ahead.
Just all right. Whatever.
Do we live in a system of white supremacy or not? Then why did the white supremacists say that they have a system of white supremacy? This is their words. They said this. They put this in law.
They can say whatever they want, Tariq. It's up to you on how you're going to go ahead and make a do of it. There's nothing holding back black people from becoming successful. As a matter of fact, why is it that we had stronger black households during the Jim Crow eras when black people were the most oppressed that they've ever been? We had higher rates of education. We had two-parent households. We had successful black families. We had more black businesses. Why is it that when we were the most oppressed, as you would claim, we actually had the best statistics, but now that we have the most freedom, we're the worst off? I'll tell you why. It's because of bad decisions. It's not just about white supremacy as you claim. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
I want to get on this.
Because that's great, bro. Because you guys like to blame the police. You guys like to blame the government. You like to blame everybody else except for people making bad decisions. Explain to me this as well. You sit there and say, oh, you're not a foundationally black American, whatever. Okay, Tariq, let's say that I'm not a foundational black American. Me and you get pulled over by the police. Do you think the police that are racist, by the way, and led by white supremacists, do you think they give a fuck that I'm from Sudan and that you're a foundationally black American? No, we're both niggas to them. Because my hair's wavy, your hair might be a little bit wavier, but they're not going to care. We're both going to get treated the same. We're both going to go ahead and be looked at as niggas. Because they don't give a shit about this differentiation that you FBAs like to do, where you guys like to divide and conquer within your own race, which is clown world, by the way. That's a whole other
now
thing.
you're going to have to
what
let
I'm
me
trying to
answer
say is this. Hold on. I will. But what I'm simply saying
Why
is
are you
this.
saying we? Because you kept saying we were in. You weren't in Jim Crow. You were immigrant.
Yeah.
You weren't here.
No. I'm telling you, by this white supremacist standards you're saying, because you're trying to say that, oh, it's different for FBAs versus immigrants. It's not. They look at a Nigerian, they look at a Sudanese, they look at an FBA. We're all the same to them, bro, because they see skin color. They don't give a fuck about your last name
You
or
keep
your
talking
name.
about we. You weren't in Jim Crow.
Wow, here we go. The division once
We
again,
are
even in
we're
a
not
conversation.
the same lineage. We don't come from the same lineage. And if there's no white supremacy, why did your homeland fail when you had
You
to
are
flee?
perpetuating the very racism that you're complaining about right now.
But why did you have to flee your homeland after the white supremacists destroyed it? They destroyed the Sudan. That was the white supremacists orchestrating that, sir. Why did you have to flee if there was no white supremacy?
All right, so I want to kind of start out by saying Myron did kind of show a little bit of ignorance here, and then he kind of started off with just completely deflecting, which there was a lot of deflecting easily on both sides during during the entirety of this conversation. But yeah, so hold on a second. But he just Myron moves the conversation. I mean, he dodged the L real quick. I don't know if anybody kind of caught on to that, but he did dodge that early L and then pivoted over to this delineation thing is a burden, because when the police, who is run by the white supremacist organization, aka the government, sees his Sudanese ass, as he said. He's not going to be any delineating at all. The cop is going to, do it to him as you would a FBA. So, but that's just one thing that happened. There was a lot kind of going on.
I mean, he's right on that aspect, right? But when we talk about how foreigners get treated, we're talking about when they go to the bank and how they get certain special treatments and credits, nigga. Okay, we don't get that. We're not talking about that other little shit. We talking about how niggas get money. And the reason why foreigners now, why they feel like they're so much better than niggas, is because the same way we got these programs for these fucking migrants, we have the same program from niggas that come from Sudan or fucking Haiti. Those programs are always been around in America. Same way if we go from fucking America, we go to fucking Italy or fucking London, those programs exist.
Right. And also, they offer $75,000 to black men in Japan if they want to make babies.
Bruh,
I'm going to get my $75,000.
That's not verified. That's not verified.
I'm going to get my $75K.
That's Tasha K talking, guys.
I am coming back with my $75,000. All right, I'm starting me up a gym. I want everybody to come to the south side of Chicago. My $75,000 is going to be meant to help everybody on the south side of Chicago. I'm starting a nice big gym. All right, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Hey, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm getting my just due.
That's a little good migration program.
Anyway, man. He said that's a good migration program. You got to go over there for some business.
That's the best migration I ever heard of.
No.
Hey, listen.
Cut it out, man. I'm not finna get in that.
Man. Everybody else want to offer you.
That's a whole back. I'm not opening that can of worms. Okay, it's a big can of worms. Not finna open it. But again, like I said, again, there was more things that said. Like, did y'all have any comments as far as how that conversation kind of transpired between the back and forth between the thing?
I just want to make a point. He was talking about how before when we was in Jim Crow, how we was together and had business and stuff like that. I think the downfall of black people came after integration.
Yes, he's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we gave up a lot of our businesses. We gave up a lot of stuff just to integrate with people.
And also,
so that would be your response. Real quick. So that would be your response to why things was on a downfall after the Jim Crow era.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty. I never heard that take before.
Would have said that. Because if you look at it, during the time of, even before that, even in the 30s and the 50s, we had our own cabs, our own buses, we had all our own shit. and then as soon as we integrated, we gave that up just to be accepted by white people.
Let me ask you something. Do you think that integration was a stupid move for black people to do?
Yeah, I do.
So then, when
I
that kind of
agree.
make the point, Myron said that some black people are stupid, because that was kind of
No,
stupid
but
for us
see,
to
no,
do.
it wasn't that they were stupid. They had to play the fucking game, and that's the
To
problem.
play the game that
Let me explain. No,
that
sit
worked
there.
against
Look,
us.
Look, let me explain something to you. Martin Luther King, they had the nigga by the balls. Okay, that's what happened. They manipulated the nigga a little bit, and he sold us out. I'm sorry.
He was
Niggas
having
ain't gonna
too
like
many
it.
orgies, man.
That's
His
I'm
brain
sorry.
couldn't.
I ain't gonna lie
his
to
brain
you.
couldn't think.
Niggas ain't gonna like what it is. But that's just
hot
what it
takes
was.
all over the place.
No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Dr. Martin Luther King.
Let me
I love
explain.
you.
Let me explain. Because Dr. Martin Luther King, he didn't want integration. That's what they made him
I
say.
don't know his daughter's name. I have nothing to do with what they saying.
Listen,
do not come for me.
He's
That's
right.
these two motherfuckers.
He's
No,
right.
he didn't.
Because
Even
he
he talked
felt
about learning history,
bad
folks.
about it after he said, "I think that integration was a mistake."
Because
after it happened.
At the end of the day, this is why the problem was even back then in, like you said, the Jim Crow era. But the problem is nobody else did business with black people but black people. So that kept that economy, that circulation of dollar. The white man actually wanted to integrate us to destroy us because they saw we had power in our money. Because Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they had backing of the people. They didn't have no fucking organizations, business, or these people that they had black families.
Right, we had our own baseball league. We had a bunch of shit.
But that answers your question when you make the point of like how these immigrants are coming here and getting these dowries and then getting all this promotion because it's a separation tactic.
Continue, King.
But I'm just saying. So by that being by allowing that to happen. Damn, y'all made me lose my fucking train of thought, man.
Yeah, I want to think.
I did because like I was saying, they wanted to break the foundation of our dollar. They forced integration on us. So they said if you wanted to get what you want for us to leave you alone, you got to let us come in on your side of the field and get some of what y'all got going on. And he was like, well, I really don't want to do that. Well, we ain't gonna do what the fuck you asking. So he had to give a little, but they took more when we gave that little. We ended up losing in the trade. He played the game, but he thought he saw something. Most people, when you're playing the game, you always think you're going to fucking win. You don't fucking think you're going to lose. And then he started to fucking lose. And this is where he said, in the end, he started to feel guilty because he kind of saw where it was heading. So now, all we technically wanted with the whole civil rights movement was to be fucking left alone, where they couldn't come in and destroy our businesses, kill us and all this, and we wanted proper bank loans and proper education like how you get your education. We didn't want old and outdated books trying to catch up to you. That's all we fucking wanted. We didn't really give two fucks about sitting at your restaurant. That's what they promote on television. But when you actually do the history and learn what niggas was really wanted, they just wanted to be left alone and to be able to get fucking, to make money without every time we built something, like he said, they came in and destroyed it. They always did that. And that's what niggas was fighting for. Just the motherfuckers to give us our space and leave us alone. But they said no, because we saw what y'all was doing with y'all money. And like they said, they have stats. Black people at one point had more money than fucking white people. And that didn't shit sit well with the middle-aged, poor-ass fucking white people. What the fuck is these niggas doing with all this shit over here? It's because we allowed them to carve out a space. But now all we wanted was education. Proper education and to be left alone. The integration was something that they employed on us because they knew that would break our foundation. It's a long game and we lost the long game. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And they wasn't stupid black people. They just got outplayed. That happens. They were not dumb black people. They just got outplayed. It happens.
All right, last statement. Any last rebuttal statement, Kanji, if you have one?
Selling your resources to your oppressors is stupid.
All right, Sherelle.
Martin Luther King dream was a nightmare. And
that's actually a bar. Hold on. All right, hold on. I can. All
right. Fine. It thought to be cussing people out. Y'all playing around. It was a nightmare. It thought to be cussing people out. Y'all playing around.
Listen, I only gave him the bars because that shit was like that. That shit was poetic a little bit. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's true though. It was a damn nightmare.
But he said on his way out, the shit was bad. What the fuck are we talking about?
But I like to add to what he was saying was that I think that the reason we wanted to be integrated so much because we were made to believe that white people were better than us.
Yeah, the grass is greener on
you know what I'm saying? And we wanted to see what that nice lifestyle was like. And then we played the game. We took the bait, and this is where we're at now. And now we trying to get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I just want to add, according to Clark Anderson, it was especially back then, black people were what we really wanted. I mean, it's very similar to what King was talking about. We wanted an equal investment into our communities as whites. We wanted equal investment into our education system as whites. We wanted equal opportunities to get loans and things of that nature, so we can start on a business easier as it was given to whites. I mean, look at the redlining and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. We wanted equal opportunity to get land and homes and stuff like that, and build homes for our families as whites. That's what we truly wanted. But integration is just, I mean, it's better than it's better than like completely being tossed aside and all that stuff. That's kind of what Claude Anderson's perspective on it was. But I mean, obviously, I agree with everything y'all said. I mean, that's just how everything was just laid out. So we got two more places, starting with this one.
Simply saying there's nothing in 2024 that is holding black people from success. This white supremacy that you claim is a facade. You can go ahead and become successful regardless of your skin color in 2024.
It's a facade. If it's real, if it was real in your homeland, it's real over here. It's a real global phenomenon.
So you're really going to compare Sudan to the United States of America?
Yeah, white supremacy is white supremacy all over the world, sir.
Incredible.
It's all over. It's white supremacy.
You're comparing third world country
it's white supremacy
to the United States.
Tariq, I have a question. Why do all black millionaires and billionaires buy houses in white communities? Why do you think that?
Well, if we live in a white community, it ain't a white community, then is it?
All right, so what do y'all think about that?
That was a double-edged sword, stupid. Yeah, that was a stupid question, but at the same time, it was a white community before the first black family decided to move there. So then you got to ask your question: is why they decided to move there? The object is, and this is the part I kind of agree with Myron, that if the idea of, like you said, they were playing the game back in the past, they got outplayed, but we know that now, and we still making the same decisions now. Because if you're a black family living in the hood, you got some money now, you got a decent job, but you take your silly ass over there to a predominantly white neighborhood. Who fault is that? Putting your dollar into the white neighborhood.
I think the reason he did that is because a white neighborhood is probably more protected than a black neighborhood. And if we got a group of black people that was on the same code and was wanting to protect their community, like Tulsa, Oklahoma was, and even then they got fucking bombs dropped on them by our own fucking government.
Yeah. No, that actually happened in Philly in the 80s. People act like that wasn't 100 years ago. But that happened in Philly. They literally dropped bombs on Philly in the 80s.
You got to understand, like I think as black people, man, and this dude Myron, right? I think we try to look for any reason to try to say, well, that nigga ain't black and he ain't this and he that. We try to look for any reason to try to say that a black person can't speak on certain issues if they move to a white neighborhood, if they do this. That man has a wife and children, all right? He has to look out for the best interests of his wife and his children. We know that white neighborhoods are protected. Black neighborhoods are not protected. If he took his family and tried to stay into a black neighborhood, trying to be real and keep it real and all of that shit, we know that he's going to put his family in danger. I don't care what nobody says. The reason that these black neighborhoods are so ridden with crime and have so much violence is because of the lack of resources and the amount of poverty that's there.
But then how can we have black people complain about the white people having 85% of the wealth if we keep giving our wealth to them? It's a struggle for a black family or wealthy black family to stay in.
How do you know what his other investments are?
That's irrelevant.
It's relevant because you just said he's not investing into the black neighborhood or not investing into anything black.
That's irrelevant.
He put a museum in a black neighborhood, a predominantly black neighborhood.
No, he said if you did.
Tariq Nasheed
I'm not talking about Tariq Nasheed. I'm talking about black people. Period.
But you just we basing it off of the fact that you just said he went and put his money into a white neighborhood.
I wouldn't talk about him.
But I understand why he did it because the white neighborhood is protected.
Okay, but that's fine. But you can't.
No, I get where you going when you saying some black people go and spend their money with whites. That is a psychological thing that we're gonna have to fix. We just ain't there yet.
which is stupid to put your money into.
Well, okay,
You see
all
what
right.
I'm
I put it like
saying?
this. So
How
Like,
was
we complain about the 85%
How is that-
wealth thing, but we're
let me
taking our
explain.
dollars and
Let me
giving it to
let me
them.
explain something. Let me really explain something.
Let
Let me explain something to you. I don't think you are understanding the difference between stupid and ignorance. That's ignorance. That's not stupid. They've got a lot of black people that's very intelligent, but just don't understand how to build generational wealth or how not to spin with certain cultures and build their own culture. They're not stupid. They're just unaware of the fact of what they're doing. They have a certain ignorance to that.
I mean, it's not even that. Black people don't have nothing technically to go spend their money with. There's not a lot of black restaurants. There's not a lot of black clothing stores. They're not black. There's no black hospitals. There's no black car dealerships.
It's up and coming.
I mean, no, I'm just saying. So
Because they're not in their neighborhoods to make them. They're going over there.
No,
if they stay right where the fuck they at.
See, because you buy a house somewhere doesn't mean you left the community. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean
So
you.
King, let me ask you
doesn't-
something.
it
If
doesn't,
you win a
bro.
lottery, what would be the first thing you do?
I mean,
Are you gonna buy the liquor store right there?
Actually, I would. I would actually buy all the
Yeah,
South Park.
if you, right. You
I'll
can buy
all
every
of it.
store in there. They don't
No.
do that.
No, I would. I'll
They
buy
don't
all
do
the
that.
South Park. No,
I know. I find you. They don't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't do that. They move to predominantly white neighborhood.
No, but I still would move to a predominantly light neighborhood because, like he said, it's protected. And
Why
then
not be with your people?
Let me explain because your people are envious. So and they
Very
will
much
take
so. There you
our
go.
people are envious if they see what you have and you're not willing to.
So go with a bunch of people that don't like you over people that just envious of you.
Yes, because they
will more like they will call the cops on
you.
you, get you shot in your own fucking yard versus people that just mean mug you. all
No,
day.
they won't mean money. They're gonna steal and rob me and may shoot me one day.
I would say just like we talked about the rat experiment when the poor rats went and robbed the rats that had the most. If I sit around and eat a steak in front of the hungry homeless man every day,
Yeah, this gonna be a
eventually
problem.
that nigga's gonna get tired of me doing that and try to take that motherfucker because he's hungry.
Okay, but it didn't seem like
You can't bring a certain level of wealth around poverty. Our people are
You
in
respond
a
negative in
broken,
it.
impoverished
you
state
know that
right now.
that's fine. But then
We have to do our due diligence to try and build it up, but it's not going to happen overnight.
So go to the people that you don't like. Community.
Go to where your family can be protected.
How are they protected in the white neighborhood?
Because it's protected by the police.
They're not gonna protect you. That's the best, and that ain't your best.
You act like
interest.
all these white people finna get together, go to his house and with tiki torches and try to kill this
It doesn't
man.
happen like that no
It
more.
ain't like that. That's what you.
That
You kind of extreme with the shit. You
I mean,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
both. I mean, everybody's being extreme. Both sides are being extreme on this matter. And I want y'all to get y'all last one. I gotta. Or I'm just gonna say it right now because I actually got the floor.
Get it up, man.
I'm actually on Kanji's side on this, just for the record. It's just that the difficulty in achieving what Kanji wants is quite astronomical. It's gonna require this aspect, this own code thing. This gonna have to be instilled and ingrained in everybody that's participant. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I want to say is there are high scale black neighborhoods. You can go to Madison right now and go to the not even the best side of Dalton. I mean not Dalton, but Dalton.
Dalton does have that little gated community.
Even like the quote unquote lower end of Madison is actually like really nice houses and things of that nature. But those like predominantly all black people. The nice side of Madison is like mostly all black people. There's other towns, you know what I'm saying, townships around Chicago that's predominantly high scale or high earning blacks as well. So Tariq Nasheed could have picked a place in near Chicago. He could have picked a place that's I don't know, somewhere in Texas somewhere where there's a high amount of a lot of like a gated community where there's a lot of black people that don't mind Tariq Nasheed being there. You know what I'm saying?
But who's to say he's not living around other black people?
Yeah,
I mean,
y'all just assuming that.
How do you know that?
You can look it up. It's called Google.
No, it's no.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I've heard.
It's your Jesus. Why don't you know?
I'm gonna answer that.
I've heard him say.
I'm gonna answer that.
Near some black celebrities.
He said you heard him what he said with his own words.
It's a smart ass comment. Huh? That was just a smart ass comment.
We can't assume he's always being.
He did. I heard him say before that he had some black neighbors that were famous people.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say like this. In the context of the video we just saw, because I'm operating within this video, because this is the video that's going viral right now. Not everybody's gonna know all of the context that you're aware of, Sherelle, but that's good that they're watching this podcast right now, so they know that that Tariq is more on code than they assume. But going by the context of this video alone, he's implying that when one black person moves into a white neighborhood, it's no longer a white neighborhood. That's cap. It truly is cap.
Oh well,
that was a mistake for him to say that.
I think he was saying that because when you move in, they move out. I don't know.
He didn't say that.
You don't have to say that. Motherfucking history shows when black people have to say that. What are you talking about, bro? It's still predominantly white. If you one white person, bro. I think y'all taking a little too serious. It's like a joke. Serious, but it's like a joke, bro. When black people move when a black person move on the dominantly white block that are rich people, they fucking move.
Of course that happens, but I'm saying
therefore it's no longer a fucking white neighborhood because they're leaving now. It's still a predominantly white neighborhood. They run everything.
I think he's being sarcastic and. When he's saying, "Well, it's not a white neighborhood now, is it?"
I'm not gonna
understand how Tariq Nasheed is kind of a troll.
Sometimes it just be sarcasm.
I get what you're saying. Like let's cut off the examples. Let's cut off the extra words and stuff like that. Let's just go straight to the point now because we run way past on time. Mm-hmm. Yes,
start the video.
I have to respond to that. Yes, that obviously happens. What you just said, always happens. Chill, nigga.
Y'all pissing me off, man.
Chill, then. Just relax, boy. How you guys get mad for agreeing with them? Yes, of course that happens, Keem. It's a problem when everybody that watched this doesn't know that already. And if he's not going to say that, if he's not going to lay that foundation, lay down that setting, people are going to get confused. So it's our job on this podcast, because this is your job, to express the full context of what's happened. If you want to...
I did, and y'all dumbasses said it doesn't happen.
You need to listen right now. No, this is your time to listen, okay?
I'm done listening. Continue on.
All right, so again, that's great that happens. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go off of what I'm not gonna assume he's trolling. I'm not gonna assume he's joking because not everybody's gonna watch this is gonna assume he's joking and trolling. We have to go clean off the merits of his words. Given the context that's presented and the individual videos we just watched, it just is what it is. Now that's where I'm coming from. Okay, everything you said is obviously fucking true. It's likely that a lot of white people are going to move out because Tariq Nasheed and maybe other black people move in. Whatever. My thing is, okay, for him to say that in that video alone, that's all he said. That was a mistake to make. That was the wrong thing to say in that concept because people gonna take that and then flip it and make whatever narrative they want about it. And then everything you said is gonna be a moot fucking point because not enough people, those people are not gonna watch the Chicago Black Delegation podcast to make that same inference. Okay, so he made a mistake by being deflective in that matter. Instead, he should have said something similar to the matter of, "Hey, yeah, I want to protect my family." What Rail said was a perfect response to this. Now, in order to make that, I would say to make what Kanji said to happen, because that's actually what we should be aspiring towards, building back black communities. But unfortunately, not everybody in the black community is on code. Unfortunately, there's been some massacres that happened in the past. There's going to be some things that's going to have to happen first in order for us to create this safe zone for black families. It just is what it is, and it's unfortunate that rich black people are not confident in the lower in our bottom 20% and slightly above. But But until the rich people get on code and get in on this fight and create these like defense systems, give people some money to defend our environments, buy some infrastructures to help protect us from future bombings and stuff like that. It's gonna be a whole lot of infrastructure that needs to be set in place before rich black people like Tariq Nasheed is gonna feel safe in all black neighborhoods. Despite that, I still think he still could have moved into one of these quote unquote higher end or higher earning black neighborhoods. Do you have a response so we can move on? Did that make sense? Did not make sense?
I told you I was
that's perfect.
Let's go.
Anybody else?
Ken, if I moved into your house, is it your house or our house?
Still my house, bitch.
All right, the fuck I'm talking about. Continue.
Y'all kill me, man. This last place, guys.
It doesn't even make sense because it's still my house, stupid.
This 37 seconds, guys.
Still a white neighborhood, stupid.
Actually 27 seconds.
Once 10 niggas move on the block, 40 of them leave. So what we talking about? And then after that, when they see all of them leaving, now they all gone. Now you know who's in? All niggas.
I'm doing a savage moment. I stopped listening. Continue, Marcus.
Keep going, bitch.
All right, guys. This is last place, bro. Last place.
The J6 right in Trump. Oh, it's
you
valid,
know how you don't
right?
go into
it's valid, right?
Okay.
Disparities in crack versus cocaine, right? It's an epidemic when it's y'all on meth and opioids, right? When it hits my community, it's criminals. We gotta have
Myron.
Yeah. Hey, Rios, how about this? Myron. How about you just don't go into the judicial system and don't commit crimes? How about that?
So Myron, so you think
how about you just don't commit crimes?
Myron, you think all police actions are justified, right?
Okay, so this is last place. So Myron was presented with when the drug situations hits the black community, the system fights the drug users and the people or the civilians themselves. But when the drug situation hits the white community, it becomes a pandemic or something that needs full investment into to alleviate the actual source of the issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens, right? And then Myra responded by saying, why don't you just stop getting locked up? Why don't you just stop going to jail? Stop committing crimes.
Oh no, he's stupid for that. I don't get him.
Anybody else?
No, I mean, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Real, you gotta. So we all agree that he was tweaking.
Yeah, he was tweaking. I think he misunderstood what was being said.
All of a sudden we gonna do that for him though?
All right, it's been a Chicago Black.
He's stupid. He's still stupid.
It's been a Chicago Black Delegation podcast, and we out of here.